Yeah, Quacks. The idea, so very early on, Twin Enzo was exploring the idea that Smolder was like this little hatchling of a baby dragon that he would evolve when the map evolved. So when the second Drake was taken, you would find out what form of dragon Smolder would be. So this was like, it's a really cool thematic concept. It's really cool. The problem is that, like, you don't get much control over your own experience, and if we do it that way. And if we do tell you what he's going to be, well, then you know what the map is, you know what the soul is, which is, like, not the biggest problem, but it's not great. There was, like, a lot of dissatisfaction of, like, I don't know what dragon I'm going to get to be today, and maybe I want to be this dragon, and maybe I want to be that dragon, I just don't get to choose, and that kind of sucks. And the other real, like, the real pragmatic problem with that idea is you've just, like, massively increased the VFX cost of this champion, like, to the moon. And this was also at the same time that Hui was in development, which meant that Hui also has, like, 11 spells that also need VFX. And so the combination of those was, like, not gonna fly, just for, like, pragmatically speaking. Like, we cannot make that much champion. We don't have the tools and the budget to, and, like, the manpower available to make all that shit together. And so what we wound up doing is picking a lane, basically, with Smolder. And then we sort of had to be pragmatic about it, of like, yeah, this isn't going to work because we need to, like, actually finish making the character someday, and, like, ideally ship him on time. And it was also, I think, that there is the thematic value of, like, he's the anything dragon, to me personally, is much less engaging than the thematic value of, like, we can choose what type of dragon he is, so we can, like, play it up. Like, Smolder in some ways is like a baby Camavoran dragon who's also like a baby Elder Dragon. This is not like canonical, I don't know if that's actually true, but that's like how I interpret it. Which means that we can do things like, oh yeah, he gets a little baby Elder Dragon buff because he's a baby Elder Dragon. And to me that's like really, really cool. And we wouldn't be able to do that because we'd have to like pick and choose, like, oh no, he's this particular specific type of dragon because he has to be. Because that's, or like, we don't get to be specific if he could be any of them. And so he just has to be a capital D dragon for the sake of being a capital D dragon. Versus if we get to pick a theme, then we can make abilities that are like more thematically resonant. I think they showed in like the Smolder video on YouTube, there were like some other versions of him that were like less obviously like a dragon, and some of them like more was like a Kirin, and one of them was like an owl, because the original thing for him was huge marksman. It wasn't big dragon, it was like a huge marksman. And so some of those could have been like, oh, it's like, some of them could have been like thunder themed or electricity themed or water themed. And we could find, or like if it's an owl, we can be like, oh, okay, well he's got feathers. Versus if it's like, he's a dragon and you don't know what type of dragon he is, and his abilities have no theme until like 15 minutes. You'd be like, wow, my first 15 minutes are incredibly generic and boring. Like, who knows what I am?